happy Halloween. Welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. What have we today? I'm Josephine, sometimes known as Josie, sometimes known as Jo. And if you check out my story time with Jojo channel, that's for children, little short rhymes and stories, and the link is below. Welcome, welcome. Wow, what a week. What have we got this week? It is Halloween week, half-term week in the UK, and coming up, what have I got? Napkin making review from last week's video. My video wasn't quite angled right, so it's very simple napkin, and I'll show you that. And Droitwich Spa's Dine and Devour festival was happening this week on the 26th and 27th of October in the town. So there's some delightful, tempting delights for you to have a look at. Some lovely displays, and they put a lot of effort into these things, so it's worth a quick visit round. And then I do some bulb planting for the spring. My allium order from J Parker's and some narcissi I plant up very quickly and show you what I'm doing with a layered bulb planting session in one little pot. And then I do a leek and potato soup because it's green for Halloween. And I also show you my son David carving a pumpkin. He always likes to carve a pumpkin, no matter how old he is. He's still doing it every year. And a few decorations I've put outside. We don't get many visitors where I live, so I'm tucked out of the way. So I don't think many children will come trotting around, but I always like to be prepared just in case. So, any things I might want to add, like Halloween-y type Amazon description things, if you want to have a look at, they'll be in the description box. If you always want to stock up for next year, it's quite handy to go around and buy after Halloween for the following year, I always find, in shops, because they always have some good deals, don't they? So yeah, nice and quick this week, and I'll catch you another time. Don't forget, it's always mixed content with me, but it's quirky, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? See you soon. Have a great week. On my last video, I showed you my table decoration for a dinner I was having, and my table napkin folding vision wasn't that good on the video, so I'm just going to do a little green napkin folding as it's Halloween. So this is what I did. So you've got your napkin, you take one diagonal corner to the next, like so. Line it up as you can, and then you bring each corner into the middle, like that. Turn it over, and then just wrap it round your fingers. Looks a bit like the Pope's hat. Now you should be able to, at the back, now you've got a fold, you should be able to, if you wanted to, just to put the little corner into that back fold, and it should stand on its own, or go into a glass. Now I did it either that way, it should stay still, in theory. It's quite a floppy material, this one, so it's not as good as my white crisp ones, because they were actually starched a bit, so they were firmer. Or you can just, again, fold it to the middle, turn it over, and just literally roll it and put it into your glass without even having to fold anything, and it still sits up in the glass. Very, very simple. There are lots and lots of napkin folding videos online on YouTube. They're brilliant. I've seen people do hearts, all sorts, so really interesting. But yeah, simple but effective. You can just roll it round, and you can actually make bows, I think. You just roll up from a triangle and put a little clip in, and you've got a bow. You can put your napkin holder around. So very, very straightforward. I'll put a warning on these photos, folks. Lovely food coming up. Look at these biscuits. £3.50. I bet they'd be about £5.50 in London if you were there. Huge portions. But if you were actually having a party, I think they are worth perhaps thinking about. And particularly this cauliflower pakora on the stand here. Very fresh looking food. And yeah, if you look at this stand here that's coming up, the stage hire, that's out for hire as well from promarco.co.uk. You can hire your own stand. Isn't that good? I've got to tell my son that one. I've got to pass that on. And yeah, some delicious food coming up again in the next few slides, just to tempt your palate. And I particularly like the sausage stand, the German sausage stand that's coming up. Beautifully displayed sausages in a pan, I think I've ever seen. I've got to give credit to all the stands. They've certainly made them Hallowe'en-y and put a lot of effort in just for this 2-day festival. Very, very good. Well done, all the stands. Everyone, today is bulb planting day, and all the bulbs that I've got so far from J Parker's, I've gone under here. I've got rid of all my general plants that are really old over the years. I think some geraniums might come back, but I wanted to have a nice display, and here we have hopefully a squirrel proof display, because I've put this netting down just while the bulbs are growing, because the squirrels will have every bulb going, and I've got quite a lot of alliums in there, so hopefully in the spring it will all come into abundance and have a nice display. And I'm just about to plant up into this new planter the remaining bulbs, so I'm going to do layering. I'm not sure if I've got enough, I don't think I've got enough compost here, but I've chosen bulb fibre, Miracle Grow, and we'll just layer up what we've got left, and hopefully in the spring it'll look good, because I do love spring flowers. It gives you hope, doesn't it, for the rest of the season to burst into colour. And as it's a lovely day today, it's the 27th of October, the clocks went back last night, so we've got an extra hour, and make hay while the sun shines, as they say. So off I go. I've put a bit of soil in the bottom, and I'm going to put the root first down. And even if you think they're a bit too close together, I think sometimes they do find a way of growing through. So I put 6 in the bottom there. Top it up. This is 3 times the bulb height, so good covering. few mishaps with soil lately. I've had awful eye infections by getting soil in my eye, so I'm not going to dump the bag in because it normally flies back up. That's another layer in. And with these particular bulbs, it comes with a set of instructions where you can actually use the QR codes and watch somebody actually planting on the video. So that's quite good, isn't it? So if you're not sure what to do, they guide you through it, which I think is great. Right, for the next few layers. Nearly there. Just one more layer to go, I think, and that'll be done. Hopefully this is squirrel proof. I'm not quite sure if they're clever enough to push it off, but let's hope and see. I popped along to our local Webb's garden centre, and there's a smattering of Halloween bits and bobs today, which is the 31st of October, and I thought I'd just give you a glimpse of what they've got. Some of the things were on sale today, obviously, being the last day. But I won't even show you the Christmas footage because I know you won't want to see it yet. But the place was packed out as if Santa was arriving any minute. Unbelievable. I just happen to like these orange bowls, so I thought I'd show you them. Quite unusual design. Pretty, I think. And yeah, I don't need any more things, but if you're into lots of pottery and different shapes, it looks like quite a unusual flowery type design, then Webb's is your place. This Paula's pumpkin patch is quite good with all the little slides and the tiny little people. There's so much to look at and a lovely haunted background to go with it. I'm surprised more children weren't looking at it, to be honest, but it's Halloween week and half term, so I would have thought they'd have crowded round. But no, I was on my own. Is it looking like Christmas to you? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And it's Halloween today. So here I'm making a leek and potato soup, and I'm cutting up 3 shallots. You could just do a medium onion, and 1 potato, 3 leeks, and I sort of chop into 2/3 of the leeks so there isn't too much greenery. If you keep a lot of the greenery, it becomes quite tough to break down, and what you want is a nice smooth leek soup without it being grainy. So that's how I tackle big leeks like that. In supermarket you get them already prepared, so 3 big leeks is quite nice for a leek and potato soup. And as I say, 1 potato. And then you mix off warm up your butter in the pan, just enough to soften the onions and to sweat down the actual vegetables. And they don't burn. As long as you put them in, you've got moisture coming off the leeks and also the onions softening in the butter. And you sort of soften them for 10 or 15 minutes in warmed butter. And then you start to add in your 10 millilitres of milk and pint to 2 pints of vegetable stock or water. And again, steam for on a low heat for about 20 minutes, and you get a nice bubbling mass of milk mixing in with the vegetable stock. And you're ready, once the vegetables are softened, to actually blitz them in a blender, whether you have a blender like mine or a hand blender, and you're ready to go. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
We can toast some of those pumpkin seeds because they're full of goodness.
You have that then.
Okay, brilliant. Pumpkin seeds ready for putting in the air fryer with a little bit of oil and a tiny bit of sea salt. They are delicious and very nutritious. David's finished the pumpkin and he's outside now lighting it. And it's worked brilliantly. All right. Oh, that's good.
Is it good?
Oh, wow.
You can get down, yeah, go down.
Hope you've enjoyed this week. Don't forget, tune in next week and see me again. Keep your eyeballs peeled for my Halloween links in the description box. Thanks for watching and check out last year's Halloween video, which I'll link at the end. It's all about witches and jack-o'-lanterns.